teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game?
And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
The first carry now. This is Williams. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's caught on the right side. Williams.
The pass.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll bring up a second down. A good, safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Second and 9 now.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
To go.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Johnny Townsend.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
And taken right on the 30. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Well, sometimes those punt returns can yield some unnecessary roughness penalty.
Now, I know a lot of guys, when they run a long way to execute a block or make a hit, they're going to launch it no matter what, and it can often cost them.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they get after them early.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Now, I know we're only 2 plays in, but after giving up back-to-back sacks, something has to change with the protection, and they can't wait to halftime to make an adjustment.
Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again 3rd and long now. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And that is the
third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return, and the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. Space to maneuver at the 40. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A big play there for Minnesota. 41 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Williams. Tackled by Isaiah Simmons.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
On 2nd down, Williams. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. It's now a 1st down inside the 10. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
8-yard line.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Lions' 10-yard line.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Third and goal here, a big play brewing in this NFC title game. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
McCann's kick up and good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. He'll look to throw. He whiffles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. Taking it in. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
Vikings 10, Lions nothing. Tucker McCann.
McCann's got it teed up. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for, and taken.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
2nd and 2.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll run it with Johnson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throw side complete. It's Guzman. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good edge scheme going.
And he's got this down to the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
A gain of 15. First
looking to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Now this window is running back out of the backfield. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A very solid gain of 27.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Intended receiver there was Quintez Cephas, but it'll be second and goal. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
On the carry.
Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Lions able to get this back within a touchdown. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly. And on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play. And guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're starting to put some space here. The first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. On second down, it's Williams, and he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. They'll set up to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
First and 10.
But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Down carry here for Johnson. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Johnson. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
It's a gain of 3.
On the ground, this is Johnson. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Guzman. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Back to throw. Back of the end
end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back. In pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And these guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The guy out of the pocket there was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll drop this down to Williams. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
The 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He's letting it fly for Cooks. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it, couldn't get it. And it's 2nd down.
Isaiah Simmons there defensively.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to try and go deep again. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told them, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
There's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
2nd and 11. On play action, they'll throw. This one taken in by Cephas. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And this is good for a 1st down, his 2nd grab of this NFC Championship bout.
Yards. And the Lions 1st down.
On 1st down. It's Johnson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Johnson
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, Johnson. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll run with Swift. And he takes this one in for the Lions. Touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Lions have taken the lead. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was. And when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And give him some credit there, able to turn nothing into something as he spins forward for a gain of about 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And a double team that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time, and that's another great play to come away with the football.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Well, they run the option here on 1st and 10. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. but they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
3rd down.
Nowhere to go. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. He's at the 50, 30, the 20. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings.
Tucker McCann.
So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the second half. They give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant. You've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8.
One quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 8. Incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The Lions on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. They're able to find Dorsett. And he is going to have the Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. They'll run on 1st down. It's Johnson, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line.
2nd and 11 now. Time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They stay on the ground on 1st with Johnson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. He's giving them a little jolt. Just gave them the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. Taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll
ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the fourth quarter, this possession, gigantic. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
They run it again with Williams. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And 3 yards there, takes him to the 45.
For the running back.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
At the 47-yard line.
Couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Williams. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 47-yard line.
He's going to let it fly. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Marlon Humphrey. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. From the gun, here's Swift. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Will use the 1st of their timeouts
as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trusting his quarterback and trusting his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
Right.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Man open left side, it's Williams. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it second and short.
At the 1-yard line.
And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll go with the keeper. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. It's a quarterback sneak. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. They'll try and sneak it here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
McCann's got it teed up.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking two plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary, but you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down. He's back to throw. The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack.
Loss of 5 yards. And it's third down. Third and 15. Tonight's final score.
Really a great season. Not a whole lot to hang their head about.
Not at all. And, you know, the winning side, they're so ecstatic. They're going to the Super Bowl. But for the guys that we're talking about, they've got to figure out how it's going to go next year. Are they going to be motivated by this loss? Or will this loss linger and really make them, make it tough for them to come out of the gate strong next year? Only time will tell. But they've got to find a way to use this loss and use it as motivation.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.
I ball like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah.